to the lovely Grape Jazz Club in Ventura, California, by the sea. Starting in 2 Hang on, because I have to disturb the picture for a second. 1 second.
There's that whole spiel about
Try that. Hang on.
the restaurant wanting you to work for exposure.
Just a hair. These telemarketers are calling them up. And you go, hey, I can't really talk right now. They keep talking to me. Give me your number, I'll call you back when you're in the dinner.
Well, you can't do that. I've seen that one.
That's a classic. That guy, his humor was like way ahead of he was way after.
There's David.
Oh, yeah. That's another guy. I don't agree with him on certain issues in his life, you know, that I think he says stuff that nobody else will say. It's like almost like a shock. It's almost like a shock to you.
Yeah. Right. That's he's a little bit over the top sometimes.
Yeah, but that's part of his mystique. People like it because it's like, if I watch him,
So
I'm not gonna hear it. Yeah, he's like, he's sort of like a white Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? Let's see, we got any sound coming out of this?
Yeah, we got it.
Check, good? Okay, you can turn this up a little bit. Just this one. You can go back the way it was. Go back an inch towards you. And then just turn this one up, because otherwise sometimes I have to talk super loud. Was it me? Oh. Can you see if you can find it? Check. See if you can find the volume knob for this. I know it's not the green one. Check. Well, if you just grab one of those knobs, those first 3 knobs, it'll tell you down at the bottom. Those are the check 1, 2. That's not it. Check. There it is. Okay, great. Thank you. Now let's do the piano real quick.
When he goes by King. Well, he don't say his name. That's pretty main.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 1.
Let's come downstage in a while.
Lay down on the concrete.
Many a younger and dusty boy that you want to. When you're so good, you like it on another find me hungry with you. I am still One, two.
My first name is Quasimodo. Try to play a little? You need any notes from me, or are you good? No, I got it. Tuners. Let's do it. Let's go to the key of G. Can you tune your drums to G for me? Tune it to G. There you go. Hey. One. Give me like.
All right, thank you so much. Well, now you're in it for a couple hours now. You get to hear some nasty music. And I mean the good kind of nasty, not the bad kind. Some swing, some hard bop, maybe some Latin, maybe some boogie in there. We're gonna mix it all up. Oh, we may have some improvements to our sound. We have an expert in the house. Sometimes he tweaks things. And it's like getting your meal recooked again. It tastes really good now. I'll keep talking until if you tell me to play the piano, I will. Because if I don't, I might get shut. Yes, sir. I need to put that thing in radio control mode so I can just think about it and the knob will just migrate thought patterns. To hire somebody for it's pretty good. It sounds much better. Thank you so much. I like it. This is what happens when you're nice to people, they're nice back to you. Don't you like my concept, right? If you like me, I'll like you more. But if you don't like me, well, we're not going to go there. Just go to CVS and get yourself a couple of bottles of Roll 44. Pour them on ice, go home and watch Netflix and call me tomorrow when things are better in their head. Right, Eddie? Works for you. Yeah. It's a $10 sleeping drink. There you go. We're going to attempt to do a little something on the Latin side. So this song is I'm going to dedicate to the late great Eddie Palmieri, who we just lost a few weeks ago. He was a big influence on me. And anyway, this is kind of in his bag, so we hope you like this. Working hard for you on the drums. Mr. Eddie Layman, give him a round of applause, please. And pounding out his doghouse bass for you right now, the one and only Mr. Lorne Rall on the upright bass. And we appreciate the tips, and we see some of those dead presidents floating back into that glass bowl over there. We appreciate all the tips you put in there.
Excellent place for them.
It goes to very luxurious things for musicians like gasoline and sandwiches, insurance, ex-wife payments. There you go. That's it. Anyway, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us for the evening. We got some great music. We got lots more to play. And don't forget to stick around later. There's another wonderful band through those curtains right there a little later tonight. So another great influencer, I should say, was a piano player by the name of Charles Brown. He was very famous in the 40s and 50s. He's gone now, but his music still lives on. And he was considered one of the fathers of what we call West Coast blues. Very smooth style. He was also a great lyricist and singer. I did all my singing in the shower before I came out here tonight. So you're gonna miss that part, but I will play the piano parts for you. So this is a little tune in the style of Charles Brown. We will do like this one.
Okay. I'll bring it in for you.
I'll be right back.
We put a little bit of blues in here because if it wasn't for blues, there wouldn't be no jazz, you know what I'm saying? So, same thing with gospel music, that contributed heavily both to blues and to jazz. You know, that's American music right there, 100%. Born and bred in the United States of America, going back probably to the 1800s, maybe before that. So, we try to keep the music alive. If you're not feeling it, there's an emergency room about 200 yards away from here. You got to check yourself in, tell them Fred sent you, get yourself a checkup from the neck up, baby. Because if you're not feeling it, they have stuff back there that's stronger than what they serve at the bar here. You might need a taste. I'm just saying, I'm not saying for sure you need it, but you never know. You got to tend to the mental condition. So this next tune is also a very West Coast feel by a piano player by the name of Layman, who happened to be my mentor, teacher, and my friend. We lost him in the late 80s, but his music still lives on. And this particular song is definitely in his style. If you want to check him out on a deeper level, just look up Lloyd, 2 D's, 2 N's at the end. His stuff is on YouTube, and his music is incredible. In fact, if you ever watched the movie Devil in a Blue Dress with Denzel Washington, it has a lot of period music, and you can hear some of Lloyd Glenn's playing in that movie. Great movie to watch, even though the music is spectacular. I love Denzel, he's a great actor. We hope you like this one. you go. That one will tighten the lug nuts on your car. I think you listen to that long enough, you're gonna need a power wrench to take it off, baby. Eddie knows what I'm talking about. He understands my name now. That's why his wife puts arsenic in my drinks. Isn't that right, Eddie? Your wife sneaks a little arsenic in my drink sometimes. You're toning me out. Fred escaped. He escaped last Friday. You can call me that one. We're going to do a ballad. This is a very popular song in the American Songbook. It's been around, oh God, since the 30s. You may recognize it. I will give you a little hint.
It's a champagne cocktail.
It was in a movie, a very famous movie. About 10, 15 minutes into the movie, it went from black and white to color. That's all I want to tell you. You have to figure out the rest. gonna do one more quick tune before we do. This next tune is in the opposite direction of where we were. Well, thank you for that golf clap, we appreciate it. I do appreciate that. Golf clap is better than no clap, right? All right. I'm gonna invite everybody to come over to my house later and stare at the phones for 2 hours. You can do it. I won't say nothing to you. Anyway, we got this Little Muddy Waters tune called, what's the name of that one? Got My Mojo Working. He had kind of a big hit off of that, although he did not write it. This one's in his bag, so we hope you like it. And, oh yes, we are all live on the internet, so if you're listening to this, call your friends. They can watch the whole thing now or later. And Fred Kaplan Music on YouTube. We hope you like this one. All right, we're gonna take a short little pause for a refreshment. Stick around, we got lots more music coming, and then after us, there's a beautiful band that you don't want to miss in here later tonight. See you in a couple minutes, hang out.
Yeah, I know. I have we are very excited to say. Is that right? It's kind of awesome. It's in the contract. Do it again. Do it again. Oh yeah, they're good. They're good. What are you looking at? I didn't know about it. I've been around forever. And I know that, I mean, this is the kind of stuff I don't do. But loud rock and roll, I couldn't oh yeah, this is nice. This is a nice crowd.
I'm over in California. Coming to Mortar, so I drove to her. Then we went to Ventura to the fairgrounds to they had a,
Craft fair type. Was it good?
yeah. It's a little small. Yeah. It's this weekend. So we come today or
Nice.
There was these regular pillows size, and this guy says, yeah, sat down, and all of a sudden it vibrates up. So it's on here, he's selling it for $40. So let's go in more than 35. The pillow, but it's automatic. You sit on it, you get up, you don't have to worry about it. And it takes that deep out.
$40 for how long?
$40 for the pillow.
Oh, right. No, he had to leave. John playing.
You've always been one of those people who like look to see what was in remember their names, remember the songs, the album.
Musicians start playing it too.
Somebody's coming in to fill in, right? You'll have somebody else coming in.
Like a lot of times they use sticks and shoot you in the road.
The reservoir is something easy to look at and say that's it. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible, but we wouldn't.
After hours, and I went in, and John Baptiste's uncle had his cousin was on base, and they got Baptiste's family.
I like to watch that at the title. Look what the one
Somebody was here and brought one in, and Fred said he was going to be here. Yeah. And was that true?
My concern is now coming back.
I was noticing, and I think that he's playing for you guys on Saturday, the 27th, when you play, if you're playing. It's fun to go on that day, Saturday
I like this. Dancing.
Yeah, you guys are
She said she wanted something where she couldn't walk.
Elderberry, and it says sometimes they put a little syrup or something. It's like it'll give me
She
some.
told the bartender she wanted something. She couldn't walk out of here.
It's been my world for the whole week. Longer than.
Chicken cattle, good. Jerry.
Jerry?
What's the matter? He goes,
Ain't gonna happen. No, I'm basking in the heat.
If you guys check the house music, we will partake in some live music. As soon as I hear that, although I do like what's
You know, it's so
playing.
funny because we have weird days off. We'll pick this up, we'll sit in front of the house, hey, coffee. Everyone's going to work. They think they're like we're deadbeats. It's like, no, you don't work the schedule that I work. This is my day off.
Still calling for that house music, so we don't have to play against that.
Well, no, she started getting out there, and I told her, I'm a 30-year firefighter. Let me just tell you, before you get all wrapped up in conspiracy theories,
I'd like to do a little tune called "It's All About Mine" by Big J. Layman. Minus the vocals, we hope you like this one.
but still, the outcome wouldn't have been much different. Big deal. No, and Ventura, Mountain Fighting, water systems.
more West Coast, we'd be standing waist deep in the water right now.
That's proven
With
tonight.
a can of beer in one hand and a surfboard wax in the other one. I'm telling you, that's some serious West Coast right there.
Yeah, yes, it is.
We're gonna do another tune dedicated to the late great Eddie Palmieri. We just lost him. If you're not hip to Eddie, he was a great Latin jazz piano player that influenced lots of people, including myself. I was very fortunate to have some lessons with him and got to know him a little bit. Big loss to the Latin jazz world, just to music in general. He was extremely talented. If you're not hip to him, look Eddie Palmieri up on the world's largest free record collection. They need to. We hope you like this one. This is actually a very old Cuban melody. I heard it when I was a wee pup back in the day. I just barely had a driver's license. Fresh out. piano that he pioneered. He was a great pianist. The name of that song is from the 1930s.
See, I knew it. Sounds like cabaret.
It's called Los Hilaros.
From Havana?
Los Hilaros.
Is it Cuban?
It's a Cuban song. It's from the 30s. I don't remember who wrote it, but I know it's stuck in my head for years.
Play it beautiful.
Sometimes the boogie woogie has to come out, you know.
Yeah, no, that was beautiful.
Speaking, we're gonna roll a boogie woogie for you right now. See what happens. There ain't no rock in here to cut, but you can cut a trench in that concrete with your feet if you want. We ain't looking at it. It's not the library and the mortuary. This is a live jazz bar, baby. This is much fun you might have all week with your clothes on, so just make use of it. Right, Ed?
Like, there are huge fiddles in Cuba. Yeah, and it's like he studied.
last two, you're not sure yet, can you stick your head through the curtains and see if they want me to continue or just close it out with one more quick one?
I want you to continue.
We have to be courteous to the next band because they may need to come in here and play with the sound a little bit more. So we just want to make sure we're good.
There is no other band, it's only you.
No, they like to get in here early and play with the sound and all that. Can somebody, or do we have one more, two more? You let us know. We can do one and stop. We're waiting here. What's that? Everybody went next door to eat. The bartenders are, we're in here all by ourselves. That's okay. The band's got an enchilada in their mouth. They can't play with an enchilada in their hand.
Nobody's in there.
Get some rice and beans between your strings, baby.
Nobody's in there.
Well, one more album? Two more? You tell me.
Come on, one more.
One more, okay. We're gonna do one more tune. This last tune is a very famous gospel tune. You might have heard it before when you were a kid, if you went to church. Called Closer Walk with Thee, which is what we hope for y'all this weekend. Whatever you do it safely and do it vigorously. But we want you to enjoy this last tune, and I'm not gonna sing it, but it has beautiful words if you ever have a chance to look it up. It's a very old song. It predates the Civil War, we think. All right, we hope you like this one. One more time for these guys, Mr. Lorne Rall on the bass.
Yes!
Mr. Layman on the drums. My name is Fred Kaplan. We're here every Friday. Thank you from 5 o'clock on Fridays. And if you miss any of it, you can always go back on YouTube. Go to Fred Kaplan Music on the YouTube and look me up, and you'll see tonight's performance and about 12,000 other ones up there. So it's all good. In various states of musical knowledge. We'll just leave it at that. Sometimes we sound pretty good, and sometimes I just want to go home and lay down until it goes away.
No!
We hope you like this one.
Not you.
Tonight is a great
do a couple more songs. So stick around. You can help us fill up that tip bowl until it's dumping money on the floor. We love it. We thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us tonight. We're going to play a couple more for you. Give us 1 second. This is a tune that was very popular in the late 60s. And a bunch of people have done it. This is our version of a tune called Sunny. You might have heard this. It was a big pop tune for, many weeks. The original version has singing. Lots of people have done it in the jazz world. It's kind of a standard. We hope you like this one.
The fire station. Oh gosh.
month. We have another little classical tune, if you will. We like New Orleans music a lot. And if you're not hip to Professor Long here, look him up on the YouTube. His real name was Roy Bird, but everybody called him Fess, which was short for Professor Longhair. In the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, he was doing Ventura down in the big, easy. We hope you like this New Orleans style blues. so much. We're going to start letting people in a few minutes behind the magic curtain, so you'll see probably a nice blonde lady lining up over here calling you in a few minutes. So just be aware they'll be seating soon, and put on your seatbelt sign and order a drink. I think we have time maybe for one quick one. Can you want us to do one or quick?
Yeah, a really quick one.
Okay. Since we're in New Orleans right now, we're going to stay down in No Land for a minute. This is the tune in the land of Shadookee-Doo, baby. I learned this groove from a great piano player singer named Ronnie Barrett. If you're not hip to Ronnie, look him up. He was the real deal.
My mom and sister went to bed. Like, that was really fun. We're going to bed. The songs were every Friday night. I can hear them now.
else this evening for reading. Thank you for flying flat air. How about it for these guys up here? Eddie Layman on the drums. He's working hard for you. Mr. Lorne Rall on the bass. Yours truly, my name's Fred Kaplan. Thank you so much for coming out. We got a little tip bowl out here. If you like being generous, we appreciate you and all tips. We'll see you next Friday right here. Come and hang out, tell your friends. This place has jazz and blues. Sometimes, always 5 nights, sometimes 6 nights a week. Tell your friends about the Grape. If you want to watch this show again, you go to my YouTube channel, Fred Kaplan Music. This show will be on there and all kinds of other shows, so you can stand in line with people from Bulgaria and Guatemala and everybody else watching it. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys next week. God bless you.
I'm tired. I wasn't playing.
God bless you. See you guys next Friday right here.